Hey, what is going on everybody? It is Nolan, or the Optimistic Gamer here, and welcome back to All the Mods 9. Today we are going to begin by looking at our new addition for our Mystical Agriculture farm. I worked on expanding it a little bit, I added 2 more slots to our harvester, and I've been turning some of the farmland into that Prudentium farmland, which gives us a little bit of a better output. You can see up there at the top, Inferium output is 150%, which means we get on average 1.5 Inferium from each of these plants, which is pretty good. But that is not our main focus for today. Today we are upgrading our house. Now, we haven't really outgrown this or anything. If anything, it's quite the opposite. We have too much space, but we are adding even more because I think what the biggest mistake I made in Crafted Chaos was, and I'm not going to make that mistake here, is we didn't really do enough building. We focused heavily on all of the mods, but we didn't step back and smell the flowers, and we have a lot of them around. So that's what we're gonna do today. We are bulldozing our house right here, and we are building something much more grand. I have already built this in creative mode. It uses a lot of modded blocks, which I am very excited about. That was another thing from Crafted Chaos. We didn't really use a whole lot of those modded materials, so that's what we are doing today. I'm gonna gather up everything that we will need, meet you right back here, and we will get to work on our new home. And in the process of gathering materials, I recalled that we are going to need a lot of wood. In fact, the building is primarily wood, so we are working on harvesting some of these wood seeds. They will be our best friend today, the wood essence. Also, I upgraded our watering can so I don't have to hold the mouse down every time we want to water, it just goes automatically. But with the wood essence, we can craft all of the basic vanilla wood types in the game. I don't know if we can craft any of the modded wood types. In fact, we can take a look at this. Let me harvest that real quick, and then we can have a look at some of these recipes right up here and see what we can craft. So we can make mangrove and jungle, of course all of those vanilla wood types, and saplings as well. Charcoal, that is very useful. I wonder if we can put that into our generator. Of course we have coal seeds now, but it looks like it is just the vanilla wood types and saplings, but that's okay. We are just building with those vanilla wood types today, but we are using some chiseled variants. We are using roof blocks from Macaw's roofs. We are also using Macaw's windows. There are a lot of different variants of those blocks that we are using. We are also using a cobblestone variant for the base of the building, so it might not be a bad idea to get going with our stone seeds. Of course, we have a handful of cobblestone back in the house as well. I think we will be okay. I'm gonna stand here for a little while harvesting some wood. We could go make some more seeds, but we will occasionally get some seeds that drop from this. So hopefully that is the case here pretty soon and we can speed this up. And then once we have everything we need from here, we should be good to get started on the house. So we should hopefully have enough wood essence here to get us started. We are primarily using spruce, oak, and dark oak. So the recipes for that, we will just kind of play around with them until we get it. There's dark oak, so we will need quite a bit of that actually. We will go for 48 right now. We will certainly need more, but that will just be our starting point. The oak logs, we are actually turning those into planks. We will need a couple stacks of those for our floor, and then the spruce will be the walls. Again, those will be turned into planks, so we can do that right now. There we go, that is a good starting point for us. We also need some workstations. The first one that we need is the carpenter's workstation. That is right here, the carpenter's table. This is how we will make some of our designs for our various walls and the siding, things like that. We also need an iron ingot, which we do not have. We really should get some iron essence going. I don't think we have any in here either. I'm gonna have to run out to the cave and get some of that real quick. And we have an amethyst geode right here in the cave. That is very convenient. That is just down the path. There's our main cave area. You can see the daylight coming in. So that is very, very close for us. That's really nice, very helpful to know, and we will certainly be back there in the future. Well, I'm in the village looking for iron. I couldn't find any in the chest, but we found this villager hat, a farm hat that decreases the price of villager trades, but I think that is perfect to wear when we are working on our mystical agriculture farm. Where does this go? The head. There we go. Look at that. How nice is that? And we can even leave that on over our helmet, but I don't want to clutter up our skin. Well, we just completed a new challenge, Centennial. Open 100 instanced per player loot containers and collect your rewards. Here we go. We found some iron in this wooden storage crate right here. Not really sure what that's for. It's from immersive engineering, but nonetheless, we have iron. That's all that really matters. So now we can make our way back home and craft that carpenter's workbench. I think there might be a few other workbenches as well that we will need to craft, but that one I know for sure we will definitely be using quite a bit. So let's throw our iron into there, and we can go ahead and create the carpenter's table. When we place this down, we can put our wood into here, and we can turn it into other wood variants. Now the oak, we are going to leave as basic oak planks for now. The spruce is going to be turned into these thin spruce planks, and we are going to turn all of those into those thin spruce planks. And the dark oak logs will be turned into center cut dark oak logs, which have a really nice pattern. These will be used for pillars going around our house, the supports, if you will. So now we should be good to get started on this. We are actually building it right here in generally the same spot, and we have a creeper right outside the home. No, I'm not ready to tear down our walls quite yet, but I appreciate your assistance. So let's go ahead and get started over on this side where it might be a little bit safer with our pillars. Okay, so we will get this started right here in front of our front door, and we will begin to replace our oak logs with our new dark oak logs in the center cut variant. And I should probably take off the bunny hoppers, although they do prevent fall damage, so I think we might leave them on for a little bit. This is going to be built up 4 blocks, and we will have our logs going sideways across the build above what will be the lower half, or lower base, I guess, and that will be a variant of cobblestone. Those will be flat cobblestone tiles, and we should probably look up how to make those. We will likely need a new workstation for that. I see all of our flat stone. Where is the flat cobblestone? Here it is. We will need the mason's workbench, and to create that, we will need a couple iron ingots, which we have, some wood, clay, and a brick. Believe it or not, the thing I'm most worried about is the brick. But if we have one of those, we will be in good company. So let's open this up, and we are actually missing the clay, brick, and crafting table, of all things. Oh, and what do you know, we had an iron ingot in the iron furnace, but I guess that doesn't really matter, we were gonna need more anyway. So we will get one of these clay balls into the furnace. We will throw, I guess, some planks in there to smelt that down, and then we can make our mason's workbench and make those flat cobblestone tiles with all of this cobblestone that we have. That will certainly be enough for us. There we go, there's our mason's table, and let's place this down right over here. This area of our current house, this floor and not really the walls, mostly just the floor, will actually be included in our new house. It is built around where our current house is, so this will be sort of a functional basement for us, which is pretty cool to have that old time feel, I guess, if that's what we want to call it, the callback to our original house. So there we go, there's our flat cobblestone tiles. These will be built one block in from these pillars where our current walls and windows are. I need to see what we can use for Silk Touch in Silent Gear, because ideally we preserve these glass panes and then we don't have to make new ones, because we are a little bit short on sand right now and fuel for our furnace, so it would be nice if we could use those for our new windows. I will look into that. In the meantime, let's finish up with our pillars. So we will have another one right here, and this will go into the ground right there and be built up a few blocks with that sideways pillar going across like that. I think it's actually the same width, or the same depth, I should say, of our current house, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think it's actually a little bit deeper. We have these 5-block sections, and then our vertical pillars placed down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have another vertical pillar placed right here. And don't worry, unlike our first house, this house will actually have a roof on it. So now we will work our way back in, leaving a 5-block gap and placing a couple more pillars right there. Now, well, we have an acorn now, how about that? Now we need a few more saplings or wood essence. So let's throw on our hat and let's head over there and finish farming some more of this. Well, I accidentally crafted 2 out of the 3 into spruce logs, but that's okay, we will need them anyway. It just means we won't get nearly as far past this first level, but that's okay, we will work on this first level and then we can work our way up from there. So 3, 4, and 5. One more pillar right here, and of course we are already out. But this is convenient. We have oak right in here. That is actually what we are using for our floor on this level, so we are going to save quite a bit of time and materials by using that. We do need to start replacing these first floor walls though, or I guess these subfloor walls, if that's what we want to call them. So again, that means tearing out all of these walls and finding a way to harvest that glass. That takes care of all of the wood planks. Now we just need to figure out, again, the glass, but we can start to fill in our flat cobblestone tiles. That way we can at least get a sense of how this is gonna look. So we are working with something like this. Those are set 1 block in from these outer pillars, and they will go around on all sides of the house. Now right now we have just a square, but what we are going to do is have this little alcove, I guess is what we could call that, and this will sort of extend out to maybe about right here. It's just going to be a single 1-level room. That is where our bedroom is going to be. It's not going to be a whole extra part of this house, just one addition to it, just to break up that square shape and give it a little bit more of a unique design. We can start to fill in the rest of these oak planks right up here for our floor, and we are going to go ahead and leave the slabs that we have down here for now. I'm realizing we do not have a way in. I guess we could go around the back. I'm going to leave these slabs here. It's a great way to conserve materials and gives us a little bit more space down here. I will go ahead and also replace some of the torches that we broke. That way we don't have any monsters spawning down here. That would not be good. So we are pretty much finished with the first level. We just need a few more dark oak pillars, and then it will about be time to work on, our machine is dead and we are out of coal. So that means it is time to head back to the Mystical Agriculture Farm. I did plant some coal seeds. I've been working on our coal essence a little bit, but I'm going to work on this. When we craft our coal essence into coal, which requires 8 coal essence, we actually do get 12 coal out of it. So we get a pretty good yield, and we are already up to 8, and there we go. That is the magic number. I don't know where we are going to craft this. We're going to have to make a crafting table real quick and place this down inside. Or did we already? Oh, well, we already had one. Oh well, we can never have too many crafting tables. And I guess we sorted our inventory. So let's go ahead and make that coal, and we can throw that in there. Easy as that, we should be back online here. So, what was I saying? Oh yes, we need to craft some oak stairs. That is how we are going to access our porch, I guess, our front door. And these will be placed right over here near the waystone. I think we will go right about here. I'm following the screenshot from my plans. That way I can reference those. So we will place these down. We will just put a temporary block right there. And these will go up a little ways until we reach the oak planks right up here, and we will place a couple more down right there. So this will be our front porch area. Just a little L shape, I guess, is where the wall will be. And then we will have some nice big windows here in the living room. I think our kitchen will maybe be right over there. And then of course our bedroom will be in this little alcove right there, with a couple more windows and some on either side, really giving us a nice view. So we can already see it is much larger than our previous house. This is going to be good for us. We will definitely need the space, and we will certainly use it. We have quite a bit more dark oak logs now, so we can go ahead and finish up the house. So we will leave I think we will just go here in the middle, a 5-block gap from either side, just like that. And then I think we go out 5 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we have another log right there. And we will put one on this side and one more right here on that side as well. And these will extend up to the same height as the rest of the first floor. And then we will have our sideways logs going all the way around. One more pillar right there, and on this side. And that is our first floor frame complete. We can go ahead and finish filling in the rest of our flat cobblestone tiles right around here in this alcove. And I know we can't see much right now, but I would say things are looking pretty good. We will put a temporary block right there, and we can hop out of here. Let's fill in the rest of this alcove right up here with some oak planks, get a torch put down in there, prevent those mobs from spawning, and then our first floor will actually be finished, well, the floor itself. Now we need to work on the walls and extend our pillars up a little bit more. So as I mentioned before, our walls would be made with these thin spruce planks. We are going to leave a 1-block gap from the top of these stairs, and then we will place our first set of spruce planks. We will have 3 going across, leave a 1-block gap for a door, and then we will turn it just like that. We will put a window right there and a window right there. The first floor will be 4 blocks tall. That needs to go up 1 more. There we go. And I messed up this one too. There we go. So 4 blocks tall for the first floor, and these walls will go all the way around, including across right here that will wall off our bedroom. In these 2 sections, we are going to have some floor-to-ceiling windows, so we will leave those open for now. We can go ahead and extend that out by 1 on each side, but those 3 blocks in the middle will stay open, and then we can fill in across the top of all of our walls as well. So now we can put in our windows. We are going to have 2 windows right here, and that pillar will extend up. So all of these windows will be centered. They may not look like it right away though. We won't have any windows right there, so we can fill that in. In fact, this whole wall can get filled in. We will have our door to our bedroom right there, but then we can just fill in the rest of that going across. Over here on this side, again, we will have that pillar right there, and then we will have just 1 single window centered right there on that wall. And then in this next section right here, we will have a couple more windows that are centered as well. So now we will have those floor to ceiling windows, or I guess they will be more floor to the top of the wall right there windows, because we are going to have 3x3. That way we get those nice squares. Now our first floor walls are pretty much finished. Here in the bedroom, we are going to have some walls that extend on top of these sideways logs right here. They're not going to be set in one block, otherwise our bedroom would be way too small. We will have some floor to ceiling windows right here though, so we will leave this be for now. This pillar will also extend up as well as that one, and the roof will cover our porch. Actually, the second floor will cover our porch. So now we need to get some more materials once again. We need to get a few more oak planks. Well, maybe. We will see how we do. But we certainly need some more center cut dark oak logs, and probably some more thin spruce planks, although I did accidentally craft all of that spruce, so I think we are just after the dark oak logs. And one more stack of center cut logs should hopefully be enough to finish this, if not get very close, and we can at least visualize the outer frame of the house. So we are going to extend these up to one block above the top of all of these thin spruce logs, or planks I should say, and then once again we will do our vertical or horizontal logs going across. And we are short once again, but we got most of the frame put into place. That's pretty good for a start. Now we can start to fill in the oak planks on the second floor as well. Again, we will not have a second floor above our bedroom. We are just going straight to the roof over that part of the house. And we are out of oak planks now. We do have a few more logs though, and that will be enough to finish this. So that is perfect. We can fill in the rest of this area right here. And as for the top floor, we will have a large triangle roof that goes up in this direction right here. So we will have a couple more thin spruce plank walls right up here, one block in from those logs. These will go all the way across, and they will slowly work their way up in a gradual slope. There we go, so that will look like that. We will put a couple more windows right up here later on. For now, we are going to leave that empty. And as for these walls right here, they will also be spruce planks. We will have a 3-block wide window there, and a 3-block wide window right here. These windows will only be 1 block tall though, since we are going to put the roof directly on this portion of the house, so we won't really have room for too much height in the ceiling, but that's okay. It's our bedroom. It's meant to be a little bit more cozy and small, so that will be just fine for us. But now the house is really starting to take shape. If we step down here, we will see that triangle in the roof. Of course, it doesn't look like much of anything right now, but here in a few moments, it certainly will. We will get our windows put into place, and those will be a little more interesting than just plain glass. So we will need to get all of the glass from our original house so that we can use that. And then we will have one more triangle roof that goes up sideways right here, going into the rest of the house. So still lots of work to be done, but we are getting very close. Alright, now we should hopefully have enough of our logs to finish up the frame of the house. So we will have a few right here. We will have one in the middle of our bedroom as well. That will extend up a little ways. One more right over here. And then we will have a log that extends up in front of the roof as well, and we will do that on this side also. And then this log above the front porch, we are going to replace that with a sideways log. That way it matches with that side. And then with our final 2 logs, the perfect amount, hopefully, dang it. Alright, well, that's okay. We will have to go get a couple more, but it will be nice to have that extra wood. There we go. Now we can call the frame of the house finished. So let's get some torches put in here, again, preventing those hostile mobs from spawning, and then we can go ahead and sleep and begin work on our roof. So as I mentioned before, we are using the roof from Macaw's Roofs. And our pattern of choice will be stone bricks for the outline and spruce planks for the main part of the roof. If we just type in stone bricks roof right in here, there it is. We can see all of those come up. We are just using the basic slope, not the steep or the gradual. To make this, we need a stone cutter. Oh, that is easy enough. Do we have a stone cutter? Well, if we don't, we are about to. I know the villagers do if we want to save on some iron, so let me go grab that and I will meet all of you back here. We will get that placed down right there, and now we just need to make some stone bricks. Now, I don't think we have any smooth stone, which means we are going to need to start smelting our cobblestone. Not a problem though, I have been working hard on our coal essence, so we can get some coal from that and use that to smelt that down. While we wait for that, well, there's not really anything else to do. I guess we could make some of the other materials that we will use for detailing though. We are going to use a smooth stone torch that looks something like this. There it is, the smooth stone owl torch, additional lights torch, I assume is what that is for. And that is made with 1 smooth stone and 4 torches. We will make a handful of those and place them on the perimeter of our logs going all the way around. We also need to figure out if there is a smooth or a silk touch tool in silent gear. Well, I cannot figure out if there is anything we can use that has silk touch. I'm sort of cycling through all of our silent gear materials right now, and I've not seen any silk touch items come up. Oh wait, here we go. Brass is silky, so if we can find a way to make brass, then we will be able to use that as silk touch. So let's see how difficult that is to make. 3 copper and 1 zinc. Well, we certainly have that. We have 46 raw zinc, and surely we have some raw copper. We certainly do. We will throw that into our iron furnace here. And 54 stone will be an excellent start for us. We can craft that into our roof. I think we have to make stone bricks first. Yes, there we go. And look at all those different materials that we can make. That is pretty neat. So the stone bricks roof, we will make a handful of those, and we can, let's get that zinc in there, we can make our silk touch pickaxe here pretty soon as well. Well, how much brass is that gonna make actually? 4, okay, we are good then. So let's make some brass. I wonder if we will get an achievement for that. We will not. That is okay. That's not the point. The point is to make a brass pickaxe. So let's grab our pickaxe blueprint off of this pedestal over here. If I can figure out how to do that. I think we have to have an empty hand. There we go. And we can bring this over here and create that. We'll go with an iron tool rod as well, and I was wondering if that would work or not. It doesn't, but that's okay. Just seeing if we could cut down on the crafting time. And then we need our tool rod. I guess we already have an obsidian tool rod, so we will just use that. Combine that with our brass pickaxe, and that should have silk touch on it. We can go ahead and break our glass and get all of that back. Wonderful. So not only can we now finish up our base layer walls, we can also use all of that glass to craft our windows. For those windows, we are going with, and it looks like that is everything down here, we are going with stripped oak framed panes. If we look that up here, stripped oak, I think it's pane, is it pane windows? Here it is, it's this one right here, the pane window. To make that, it is 8 of the window bases around a stripped oak log. To make the, oh, well, I guess that didn't even matter in the end because we need a glass block, not glass panes, and we already had 10 glass panes as well. Do we have glass blocks? Look at that, we have 6 of them. So we will surround these with some sticks, which we do not have, but we can just use our thin spruce planks. We are all finished with those. And we will surround our glass blocks with these sticks to make those frames. And now we just need some stripped oak logs. I don't know if we have any oak logs in here, so we will once again go get a little bit more of our wood essence. We'll strip those logs down, and then we can craft those with our window frames, and that will make our pane windows. We will probably need more than 16, but this will be enough to get us started. And don't those look nice? They have a very clean, simplified look to them, and I absolutely love them. Yeah, we will need 18 for these big windows right in there alone, but we should get most of those done. So we will need 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 34 more of those windows. We have a ways to go. So we have some more sand going for all of that to get more glass. While we wait on that, we can go ahead and get started on our roof. As I mentioned, it will be a stone brick roof outline with the standard roof from Macaw's Roofs. These are placed in basically the same way that we would place stairs, except they have a little bit more of a refined pattern to them. They are definitely a lot more sleek and not as blocky, which is very nice to make our house look a little bit more luxurious. And then in the top right here in the middle, we will have the top roof, which kind of rounds everything off and continues that design through the top. So that looks very nice. In fact, we can step down here, or jump down here, I suppose, and have a look at that. It's very, very sleek, that is for sure. It almost looks like a straight line. Now, if we wanted to, we could use the blocks from the framed blocks mod and get perfectly straight lines, but I love having that tiny bit of texture in the roof right there. Just that little added detail definitely helps make things look a lot more realistic. So we need to do the outline for our bedroom roof right over here, and then we will go in and fill all of it in with spruce planks. Meanwhile, our windows are coming along quite nicely. We will go ahead and fill in the big picture windows right here, overlooking the water. Definitely a very nice view. I do kind of wish that they faced the east or the west so that we could watch the sunrise and sunset, but we should have a pretty good view out this window, or maybe from our porch if we trim the sugarcane a little bit, and we certainly have a great view from our bedroom window. For the roof over our bedroom, again, it will be a little bit lower than the rest of the roof, so this will go across. The stone brick will go all the way up to the walls right there, and again, just as before, it will stick out by one block and make that triangle shape all the way up to a single point at the top, and the perfect amount of stone brick roofs. For this one, for some reason, and I can't figure out why, these only go in one direction, it seems, north to south. So on this one, we will have these turn so that they go all the way into the roof. And even if I were to break this one right there, that would just revert back to the other way. Again, I don't know why, but we are fixing that with a stone brick outline right here at the top. So now we are going to do the same thing again, this time using our spruce plank roofs. Those will go all the way across, again meeting at the middle. We will have that top right there, and then the house will pretty much be complete. We just need to get a few more windows in here and our front door put on, and then a couple of minor details on the outside, but we are almost finished. And there we have it. The roof is all finished. All of the walls are finished. We have a couple more windows that we have to get put into place, but that is pretty much our house. Now, I do want to do a couple of quick detailing things, I guess, items, and that will involve oak fences, which we will make a handful of, and those torches that I talked about earlier. So we are going to need to smelt down some more of our stone right here into smooth stone. I guess we can just grab some coal from the generator, and while we wait on that, we can get these fences put into place. So obviously we are going to have some railing around the porch, but we are going to extend this all the way around this lower layer of the frame. So we will end up with something like this. Of course, we won't have anything where our bedroom is. We will just move right past that. But we will continue this on the backside, including underneath the windows right here. They will not connect, so it will almost look like a balcony, but we won't actually step outside. If we wanted to replace these with tall doors, we could. There are some doors from Macaw's Doors that have this same look, but for now we are just going to leave those as windows. So we'll go ahead and do this final panel right here. And now all of the fences are finished. We can check back in on our smooth stone, and we will go ahead and craft some of those smooth stone torches. Again, these will go all around the house. 24 should be a good amount, and these will be placed right here on all of these pillars going all the way around. We will have one more here on the inside of the porch as well, just to light it up a little bit more. And with a door right there, with a couple more panes placed right up here, and I suppose a couple torches as well. Why not? That will mark the end of this house. I am so glad to have this done, and as you can see, it is pretty cozy. We will step outside in the morning when it is safe to do so. I guess we have a little bit more work to do here. In fact, I still have a lot of work all around with stairs and ceilings, but I did connect our basement right down here, which is becoming a very, very cozy space for us, sort of like our cellar slash workshop. So I'm going to go ahead and get some Z's, and then we will step outside and marvel at our brand new house. And we have some pillagers right here. I guess they also wanted to check out our house, but how awesome is that? I'd say it fits in quite nicely. I'm so glad that we were able to use the modded blocks in this, and I think they came together very, very coherently. That is where we are going to end today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, definitely hit that thumbs up button. I'm just trying to escape this pillager and a zombie now. All kinds of stuff going on. There we go. Safety in our own home. We can take off our helmet and have our hat on as well. As I said before, leave a like if you enjoyed today's episode, and be sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on daily content as soon as I publish it. Check the description for some more important information, links, how to contact me, all of that good stuff. And with all of that being said, comment, like, subscribe, remember to stay optimistic, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Bye!